So, Jenny Ong thought I was crazy. Well, as you should know by now, I am not. I deal in scientific facts. I'm like the dude who first said the earth was round, not flat. Everyone trashed him, but in the end he was proved right. Right? We are about to conduct a vitally important scientific experiment into the supernatural. I explained. Everything's ready. Harry is waiting to drive us anywhere. My door's positioning system tells him to. Except he doesn't know we're on the hunt for those. I told him we're doing research for a school essay. Samuel shook his head. Whatever. Jenny gave me a sad look as though she wanted to call the man in white coats to take me away to a funny farm. If it makes you happy, Holly. I checked my computer. The map of the supernatural had been downloaded onto the GPS. We were set to go. I led my friends from my room and went in search of Harry. As usual, he looked like something the cat had dragged in. He was finishing breakfast in the kitchen, his hair a mess, his shirt crumpled, his mouth stuffed full of cornflakes. Holly, he grumbled. Let's get this over with. I'm picking up my girlfriend in an hour. I couldn't imagine that any girl would see what any girl would see in Harry. He looked like a train wreck. And when he went downstairs, he saw that his car looked like one as well. We scrambled inside, pushing aside all the junk he keeps on the seat, and I plugged in my GPS. Where are we going anyway? He wanted to know. I'm working it out, I mumbled as the GPS came to life. Suddenly I saw the map of our suburb, and on it, one corner, was a strange white fuzzy cloud. It hovered over the map, shimmering. I could not believe my eyes. I jabbed my finger at the screen. There, that's where we're going. My brother stared at me. What's there? I'll tell you later. Holly, you might be my sister, but sometimes I think you're loopy. In the rear seat, Jenny leapt to my defense. No, she's not. She's a math wizard. Awesome, I thought. So that's what Jenny really thinks of me. Harry grunted and began driving, and as the car moved through the streets towards the weird white cloud on the screen, the cloud started moving too. It seemed like it wanted us to follow it. A woman's voice filled the car. Turn left at the roundabout and take the second exit. Wow, my door's positioning system was working, just like an ordinary GPS. I heard the voice again. It was directing us from our suburb. In 10 kilometers, turn right. I stared at the screen baffled. The blood white cloud had come to rest in an area where there were no roads. I crossed my fingers, hoping it hadn't failed. Harry glanced at the screen as he drove. Holly, there are not any roads there, he shouted. It looks like a waiting line up there. Just keep driving, I pleaded. I kept my eyes glued to the screen. The cloud was changing. It was becoming more like a cluster of different white shapes. And suddenly, each white shape took on a life of its own. I couldn't believe what I saw. Each little white wispy shape became the shape of a dose. We were heading towards an outbreak of white dose. After 10 kilometers, we found ourselves in a shabby neighborhood. Old houses dotted the streets, and boarded-up shops stood at every corner. It looked like a war zone. I checked the screen again. We were very close to where the ghostly shapes were located. The voice from the GPS broke the silence. After 500 meters, turn right. Harry did as he was told. After 300 meters, turn left. Harry's car bounced along a rutted track and came to a stop at an open field. The remains of a wire fence surrounded a cluster of what looked like old factories. Sunlight slanted over rusted iron roofs and concrete walls stained with grime and mold. "Yuck," my brother said. He turned in his seat and shot me a suspicious look. "Why do you guys want to come here? What's your essay about?" I blurted out the first thing that came to mind. "Old factories." Harry's eyes narrowed. "Yeah?" Johnny jumped in immediately. "Yeah, post-deindustrialization of urban economic zones," she snapped out. "The older the better." "Yeah," Samuel added. Before Harry could say anything, my friends opened the rear door. "We'll get out of here and have a look around," Samuel announced. I had my door open too, ready to follow Johnny and Samuel. Then Harry gripped my elbow. "Okay, Holly, I will come back and pick you up at 5 o'clock this afternoon." "No, make it 7. 6 o'clock. And not a minute after," he argued. "You know what Mom is like when you come home too late." Okay, 6:15, I thought back. My brother made a grunting sound and drove off. Too late. I remembered the GPS was still in his car. With a screech of brakes, Harry's car stopped. Then, its wheels spinning on the loose gravel, it began backing up. Harry rolled down a window and handed me my GPS. "You forgot your little toy," he taunted before speeding off.